A moment ago, I stumbled upon a most amazing phenomenon. Something so incredible, I mistrust my own judgment. Look.
Dracula. The very mention of the name brings to mind things so evil, so fantastic, so degrading. You wonder if it isn't all a dream, a nightmare.
Rat.
This is a great trailer.
Oh. Millions.
But no, this is no dream. This is Dracula, the original terrifying story of a maniac and a man who lived after death, lived on human blood, took the form of a vampire bat, and lured innocent girls to a fate truly worse than death.
Dracula? Oh, what's he done to you, dear? Tell me.
He came to me. He opened and extended his arms, and he made me drink.
Well, welcome everybody for this early Sunday morning, and this is my guest, Sleepy Skip. And yes, this was the best trailer ever. And yes, I will be reviewing the original Dracula from 1931. And I will do that right after this. This is Chip Roach, and I hope you enjoyed that commercial. That was a fun Pepsi commercial, but don't drink too much of it, because then you're going to end up like YouTuber Metal Jesus. You're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Not tall. So, yes, and I am reviewing the 1931 classic Dracula, starring the great Bela Lugosi. And I know you're going to say who, but yes, he played a fantastic Dracula. And this was also with Helen Chandler. Don't ask me what they're in, because I don't exactly know. Dwight Fry plays he plays Reinfield. We also have Van Sloan, who plays Van Helsing. And I'm going to have to cheat here. David Manners plays John Harker. And Herbert Bunston plays Dr. Seward. So I hope I got everybody in there. Oh yes, and Helen Chandler, of course, plays Mina. So I have all the characters here. Obviously, I'm not going to go through them because nobody's really going to know what they're in. But movies that did come out in 1931, there are some notable names in there. Frankenstein is one of them. The Phantom is another one. And there was also Monkey Business. You're going to have to look this up. But I believe Ronald Reagan was in that movie. I don't think he was saying, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall yet. But he probably said some kind of BS behind the scenes. So yes, these are Frankenstein. You should definitely check out, because I do have that, and it is a terrific movie. I think if you watch it on TV now, I think they do cut out the part where he throws the little girl in the water. But if you buy it on DVD, you get to see that. Oh, I just spoiled something there. But that's fine. So anyways, this is the story of Dracula, and this guy named Reinfield decides he goes to Dracula's castle, I believe he was there to buy the castle, and he takes Dracula to London, and people begged Rinsfield not to do that because they knew that Count Dracula was a vampire. So Rinsfield did ignore it, and he actually went to London with Dracula he hypnotized him and made him a protector while he's there. So the ship does go to London, and there's only one survivor, and it's Rinsfield. And because he was the only survivor, he became insane. So I will actually show the first clip already. Yes, this will probably be a quicker review, as Rinsfield is already in the castle where Dracula is, obviously. So I will show you that clip. So I will have Alexa turn off the lights. Alexa, turn off all the lights.
Okay.
On the fire, it's so cheerful.
I didn't know, but that you might be hungry.
Thank you, that's very kind of you. But I'm a bit worried about my luggage. You see, all your papers were in...
I took the liberty of having your luggage brought up. Allow me.
Oh, yes.
Now, if you're not too fatigued, I would like to discuss the lease on Carfax Abbey.
Oh, yes. Everything is in order, awaiting your signature. Look here. Here's the lease.
So this is Dracula, sort of signing the Carfax Abbey transferal paper that Rinsfield showed him, and you saw the interesting stare there that Dracula gave him. I thought, for some reason, I know this is a horror movie from 1931, but I found this quite comical, and I was pretty much laughing the whole time. So I really do like Lugossi's Dracula. I think it is quite terrific so far. I don't know if you like this classic acting or not, or if you prefer the boring overacting of today, or even the 1991 version of Dracula, which was, I don't believe Gary Oldman was as good as Lugossi, but that is your opinion anyways. So
No, that's your opinion.
well, no, what I say is fact. So there was a scene here where Rinsfield did get caught, and Dracula was looking to taste some of that blood, and he went to wipe it with a cross, and Lugossi's reaction, or Dracula's reaction, was quite comical, just how scared he was of that cross. So that part did make me laugh, but I did not show it in the video because I'm going to do my best to get people to watch this. I understand it's from 1931. I understand it's in black and white. But so far, so good. I do recommend seeing it so far. I'm getting a big head shake right now because I have a feeling there's going to be quite a conversation when this review is done. So they are going to London. So Dracula gets to go to London. It would have been funny if they put him in Buckingham Palace. Could you imagine? Could you just imagine that? That would be quite funny. So we're going to find out what happens on this peaceful trip, if you might say. And I will show that in just a second.
The sun is gone. keep your promise when we get to London, won't you, Master? You will see that I get lives. Not human lives, but small ones, with blood in them. I'll be loyal to you, Master. I'll be loyal.
Ooh, that hurts. Well, there is just pure chaos on this ship. It kind of looks like a wooden Titanic. There's just running around. They're just bumbling on this ship, trying to control it, and it just tips over. So so the only survivor is Reinfield. So he becomes insane later on in this movie. Again, you will have to see his facial reactions, but Dwight Fry really does. He really does play this part well. I would actually like to look into this actor a little bit more when this is done, but so far he is also very very good in this. I am enjoying his part. It is, I don't know if it's supposed to make me laugh, but it is. So I even like the part when Dracula does turn into a bat. That also makes me laugh as well. So I believe we're getting to the scene now where they are in London as Skip is vibrating, and he was shaking. So so I will show the part when I believe Dracula meets Lucy, and I do think that this is the last thing that she ever sees, because I think Dracula gets hungry and wants Lucy for lunch. So I will show that in just a second. Well, this is Lucy, and obviously she has a very short part in this, as you can hear the scream. Oh, I forgot to do it. Ooh, that hurts. So, unfortunately, at least my tablet is dying, but at least it's more alive than Lucy right about now, because Dracula decided to, well, he got a little hungry. So he had her for a late night snack. So now he gets to see Mina, played by Helen Chandler, as he's spying in her bedroom. And we're going to see how Dracula enters that room. And this is another part I did laugh at. I don't know if I was supposed to, but I will show you that in just a second. Now, I'm a little bit, maybe it's the black and white that's throwing me off, but I thought this was Mina, but I could be wrong. But, so this was Mina. So, I did find it funny. I just love how the bat is just flapping with excitement. That bat just looks so happy to just flap its wings. And then, it does obviously go into the full form of Dracula. And then they don't show it, but he does go to bite her neck. And I was also brought up to my attention of how quiet this scene actually was. For some reason, I find that a little bit more, I'm not going to say scary, but I was very amazed at how quiet. The scene was almost pure silent, which makes it a little bit more scary, I guess. I mean, he's scarier than the stupid Joker in The Dark Knight, but that is besides the point. So, I will show the next scene of something that Dracula is afraid of, and I will show you that clip in just a second.
Miss Mina, may I call later and inquire how you're feeling?
Why, yes. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Doctor. My visit was so ill-timed.
Not at all.
On the contrary, it may prove to be most enlightening. In fact, before you go, you can be of definite service. Anything I can do, gladly. On a most amazing phenomenon. Something so incredible, I mistrust my own judgment. Look. Dr. Seward, my humble apologies. I dislike mirrors, but Helsing.
Well, here's the part here with the slapping of the mirror. I did find this amusing. I love how he slaps it and then he gives him that evil stare. So obviously they are onto him about being a vampire. So I'm not going to show too many more clips because this movie is only an hour and 15 minutes long. So it has like 30 more minutes to go. So I will show the other clip of the woman in white and then maybe show one more after that. So I will show what happens to these children in just a second.
Further attacks on small children committed after dark by the mysterious woman in white.
So this is the lady in white, which I believe is Mina, and obviously it's going after little small children. So in these horror movies, they do tend to target children in this to make them more scary, because not only do they go after adults, but they're going to go after your little ones as well. Frankenstein did a similar thing. And again, these were horror movies in the 30s, so they're a little bit different than today's. They're better. So I will go to the final scene where it's pretty much Reinfeld tattling on Dracula. So this will be the final clip, and then I will do the actual grade. And yes, I'm sorry. Siskel and Ebert will not be making an appearance because they probably were not born yet. But if they were, they would give this a horrible review. So I will show the final clip in just a second.
Stood below my window in the moonlight, and he promised to be things. Not in words, but by doing them.
Doing them?
By making them happen. A red mist spread over the lawn, coming on like a flame of fire. And then he parted it. And I could see that there were thousands of rats with their eyes blazing red. I thought he seemed to be saying, rats. millions of them. All red blood. All these will I give you, if you will obey me.
What did he want you to do?
That which has already been done. Strike me down dead, Doctor. He's got me going. Now he's twisting and broken them horn balls as if they was cheese. Dracula is in the house. In the house? Doctor, this time he can do no harm. We are ready for him. Martin, come with me. I'll show you where we can put Mr. Renfield where he won't escape again.
Well, this is Renfield tattling on poor Dracula. And as you can tell, Dracula is not real happy about this. So this is the final clip that I'm going to show because, as usual, I do not tell the ending of these movies, even though you may not check this out due to it being black and white, but I hope you could at least ignore that. I actually enjoy these black and white movies, especially the horror movies. I think are meant more for black and white than color.
That's because you're old.
It isn't because I'm old.
You're 100 years old at heart.
I am not 100 years old.
You act like it.
These ones are... Having a horror movie in black and white is perfectly fine. There is no reason to have it in color. I think it actually... I think Dracula looks better in black and white, to be honest. And again, I'm going to say it with the acting. The acting is a lot better. The newer Dracula movies are just pure trash. I mean, they're not... Christopher Nolan's Dracula was horrible. It was... he should have just left it alone and never made it. I think I saw it in theaters, and I think I actually left. It was just that bad. It was boring. This, at least, there was... I mean, yeah, I was laughing, but that's because I was enjoying the movie. I wasn't hating on it. And Bela Lugosi, like I said, he does a fantastic job. And every actor in this did a terrific job. If they remade this today, who would play Dracula? Chris Pratt? Chris Pine? Do you have a suggestion? Skip? Oh, I would be okay with that. I would actually be fine with that. He would probably do a better job.
He'll be very good. He likes to bite people.
Yeah, he would be absolutely terrific. Would Ryan Reynolds play Dracula or Farker for that matter? I mean, it would just be a catastrophe. I'm really trying to think of who else. Seth Rogen. Well, he would like to eat things, so maybe that's a possibility. Or Jack Black, but no, this was perfectly casted. I don't think they should have remade any of them. But I am going to be doing the 1991 Dracula tomorrow. So if you want to get a blanket and a pillow ready for it, go right ahead, because I really had a hard time watching that for a third time. So I guess maybe I have spoiled my review on that one a little bit, but still stay tuned for it anyways, because I haven't shown it yet. So, to get back to the good, classic, great movie...
Oh my god, you don't stop.
Nope. So anyway, well, I have to talk a little bit here.
Spit it out, Stanley.
So the grade I am going to give this classic movie, I'm going to say it again, I'm going to give it a B+ to A-, because that is what it deserves. Yes, it had a $355,000 budget at the time, and it only made, and I believe it grossed $82,000, but times were different then, so there was I know there was a depression 2 years before, and obviously people didn't have money, but I don't know what the story is with them, so people still did things in the 30s. Anyways, so yes, I did enjoy this. I didn't show the end as usual because I really do want you to watch this movie. So if you can, this is going to be a highly recommended movie. Just watch it, give it a shot. If you find it at Walmart, buy it, or buy it on eBay. I did buy it on Amazon for a pretty penny. I did pay $15 for it years ago. So, and it was worth it. So, I suggest checking it out. So, comment below if you want, even though I haven't been getting many. Subscribe, and thank you for watching.